Mars Argo. A breakup, a lawsuit, and an abusive relationship, Mars Argo's story is a well-documented one. However, if you don't know who she is or her story, let me give you a summary. Brittany Sheets, stage name Mars Argo, and Corey Mixter, stage name Titanic Sinclair, meet on MySpace in 2007 and soon after start dating. They made satirical videos that made fun of big industries and the mainstream in general.
Delete your Facebook. My life is unbelievably boring and I need to broadcast that to the world.
They were also in a band called Mars Argo where Mars sang and Titanic played guitar.
I see you staring in your mirror.
The videos and music were gaining traction online and things seemed to be going well. Until, in 2014, Mars and Titanic split and soon after stopped posting videos. Then, roughly 6 months later, a new girl appears, going by That Poppy, who made videos reminiscent of Mars's. White backdrop, high-pitched voice.
Do you ever wish you could just restart?
I'll take to the streets of Isle Vista.
In the description of these videos, Titanic is credited as director. Perhaps this is him and Mars passing on the torch to someone new, in this case being Poppy, as Poppy's videos even reference Mars's at points. However, a sinister hand was at play from outside the public eye, and in 2018, Mars sued Poppy and Titanic for stealing her identity. Titanic reportedly told Mars that she was replaceable when they were dating, and when they broke up, he took that threat literally, creating a new robotic version of her in Poppy. Now, another reason why she sued Titanic was for abuse, and she had loads of receipts for that. Anyway, the whole situation died down about 5 years ago now, with Poppy cutting ties with Titanic and claiming that he also abused her. So that's my little summary of the situation. Before we begin this video, I have a single coming out fairly soon. It's called Slashes. It's coming out June 1st. The pre-save link is in the description below, so please do pre-save it. I've worked for quite a long time on it. And so anyway. Now in the present day, Poppy's doing well, releasing music, and Mars, after years of practically silence, has released 2 new songs, one of which accompanied by a music video. At the end of 2023, she also uploaded an old song to Spotify, with Titanic's backing vocals getting removed. Anyway, in this video we're going to look at Mars's music, new and old, but with all that said, please do subscribe, and let's start with an old EP from 2011. Linden Place was Mars Argo's first and only EP, and it's got some bangers on it. Let's look at Beauty is Empty. The song is musically quite simple, it's just a good pop rock song. Mars Argo live clips are few and far between, but here's Beauty is Empty live at Bedrock Studios. It's a good performance, with my only criticism being that Mars's vocal, when exaggerated and high-pitched, can be slightly jarring at times. I reckon the backing band are session players, and there isn't much information about them online. In an interview, Mars says that she's a classical pianist, which backs up the fact that she's musically adept. Titanic said on Twitter that he wrote all the songs for Mars, and whilst I can't disprove this fully, I wasn't there, the fact that Mars's new music, which I'll get onto later, is good, backs up the idea that Mars had major input into the songs. Anyway, Mars's first project and only album, Technology is a Dead Bird, is an interesting starting point from Linden Place, but before we look at that, let's see how Titanic Sinclair is doing now. Okay, so I've got a few clips here of Titanic, and so he currently does this series where it's like Titanic Talks, it's called, where he just talks. This is him talking about Mars Argo.
It was time to go back to the white backdrop, I know. Hopefully I don't get sued, and it still is hilarious to me, kind of.
So he says there that it's hilarious to him. Don't know why, but
white backdrop, blonde hair, and I guess like a Margot Tannenbaum cheetah jacket. Turns out you can't sue for copyright infringement if you own the copyright on something, so
basically what he's saying here is his takeaway from this whole situation is, His takeaway from this whole situation is, I can't use the white backdrop. I've seen a comment here. Only thing bro took away from the entire lawsuit was, guess I can't use the backdrop, am I right? And then a nerd emoji. And people don't like him in the comments. Delusional, he's disgusting, he's a narcissist. Basically everyone's saying they don't like him. He also wrote a song, it's called Guppy, and it's about Mars Argo, I think, because Mars Argo was going to do a project called Guppy, I believe, and then Titanic wrote a song called Guppy, so she couldn't do it. He's basically saying, you took all my stuff. I hope you're having fun in your hotel with all my friends. And then he starts whining in the chorus. It's like what an emo kid would say, like complain about. He's basically saying, you're complaining about this, in reference to Mars Argo, I believe. And we both know that you were, your life is so fucking hard. I know it must be so stressful on your father's credit card. But one thing that I found interesting about this song is it's got a similar change to one of Mars's new songs, which we'll look at later as well, called I Can Only Be Me. So if I just get the section up here. Okay, so I've got both clips here. So here's Titanic's in the chorus somewhere. And then it goes there from the 1 to the major 3, which happens quite a lot in Mars Argo, I've noticed. But the melody there, da 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 da, those notes there are similar, I think, to this song. It's in a different key, but I'm not sure. Maybe you'll see what I mean. I did that shit on purpose. Da 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 da. It's chord change underneath and the melody are both similar. I'm not saying by any means that Mars Argo copied a song about herself, the melody of it from ages ago. I just found it interesting. Anyway, the last thing we're going to look at of Titanic is his Instagram. This is the most insightful as to what he's doing now. Most of his posts, he's got a little community, I think, of people who don't realise what he's done so much. But if I go on just a random post here, there's a photo here with his wife, him and his baby. And if we just take a look at some of these comments here, I feel bad for that kid, you better not control it too. Please don't hurt baby too much. Then there's a few positive ones, and then she needs to take the baby and run. So when's she going blonde? That kid is so screwed. Someone needs to warn this woman what she's up against, and she needs to pack her bags, take the baby and leave. Waiting for her beach blonde debut. Waiting for her beach blonde debut, and poor kid. Blood is not going to heaven. So yeah, he's got a few followers and then a few people who don't like him, but he's still doing stuff, but he's not really relevant at all. Also, before we finish looking at Titanic, I've just got one last clip that I've just found. It's of him. I think he's starting a new band with some people, and I found the comments quite funny. First comment, wow, fantastic, great, and then Dollar Tree Johnny Depp. Right, you are irrelevant, why are you continuing? How much baby laxative do you have to snort to think this is a good look? I've said already, it's a mixed review of him. But yeah, that's how Titanic is. Now let's go back to Mars and Technology as a Dead Bird. Technology as a Dead Bird is an interesting piece of work, and the duo Mars and Titanic said they didn't really know what they were doing, which I think shows in places. Let's look at the title track. Technology is a Dead Bird, which shows strengths and weaknesses. Overall, I like the song, but to me there's one glaring flaw: the intro. The intro is 1 minute and 22 seconds long, and not only that, but it's literally just the instrumental of the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and the bit after the chorus, which leaves barely any surprises or development for the rest of the song. The intro has no business being this long. I mean, the song is 4 minutes. Personally, I think it would be better if the song just started with the vocal. Anyhow, apart from the intro, I really like the song. The hook is catchy and the midsection is quirky. It also has Titanic singing, and let's separate the art from the artist for a second, it's not that bad. Titanic isn't really a good vocalist in my opinion, but this song suits his voice and it's in that lower register, which is nice, and him and Mars work well vocally.
And on a train we met a friend who showed us that we should pretend.
I think the rest of the album is alright, but in my opinion Mars has 3 good songs from this era. Runaway, Runaway, Beauty is Empty, and Using You. I've already talked about Beauty is Empty a bit, and we'll talk about the other 2 later. However, I want to take a look at what Mars is doing now. As stated previously, Mars went off the map in around 2015, then reappeared in 2018 with a lawsuit. Since then, she's played a small role in a movie.
Are you just totally tongue-fucking John Q in the back of that cruiser?
And more recently released 2 singles, Angry and I Can Only Be Me. Also a quick side note, the reason I'm calling her Mars throughout is to avoid confusion. I understand that anything outside of the music and the Mars Argo brand should be credited to Brittany Sheets. Anyway, Angry was the first release, being the better of the 2 songs in my opinion, and it's my go-to song to drum to when I'm, well, angry.
I'm feeling
The bass sound is absolutely ginormous and I really like the layered vocals. It also has some lyrics possibly referencing Poppy. For example, the man outside, he closed his eyes, when locusts fry they make a stain, and you don't know the way the story goes. Titanic allegedly showed up at her house, took a photo of her front porch and sent it to her. Maybe he's the man outside. And you don't know the way the story goes could be a message to Poppy, as she said ages ago that Mars was never abused in a relationship that she was never a part of. Now this is all speculative, but what's not is Mars's newest song, I Can Only Be Me, which is undeniably somewhat about the situation overall. With the first line being, try to take my identity and I'll just create a new one. There's no way that this song is just a coincidence. The song itself has a really nice middle section, and it's in line with Angry in terms of overall sound. Also, just a bit of trivia, both songs are produced by CJ Barron, who has also written and produced for the likes of Panic at the Disco. Technically, Mars Argo's latest release is Using You, being put on Spotify on November 13th, 2023, although it's been on her YouTube channel for 9 years now. It embodies the sound of 2000s indie, and it's the song that got me into Mars. Also, an interesting thing to note is that Mars left 3 videos up from that era, Using You, Delete Your Facebook, and Runaway, Runaway. There's been speculation as to whether this is a message of some sort, but I'll leave you to form your own opinion. Anyway, finally, speaking of, we have Runaway, Runaway. I have never heard anything like this song. It's electronic and immersive. There's also some really nice backing vocals as well. But anyway, that completes my Isaac Lacey approved top 5 Mars Argo songs. So here they are in order. In 5th we have Beauty is Empty. It's good, but not great. In 4th we have I Can Only Be Me. The verses are slightly, I don't know, they're not super exciting, but I do really like the song. In 3rd, we have Using You. I really like this song, but I think the top 2 are even better, obviously. In 2nd, we have Runaway, Runaway, which means in 1st is Angry, which is my favourite Mars Argo song, and yeah, it's just the best one in my opinion. That's my top 5. If you do listen to Mars Argo, please do drop your top 5 in the comments below. Hopefully they're turned on for this video, because they weren't for the last. My bad. But anyway, I finish every video, or I tried to finish every video, with a song. So here's a little song that I've written about something completely unrelated that I'm going to try and link to Mars Argo through the visuals, and please pre-save my new single, Slashes, coming out June 1st, and the pre-save link is top link in the description. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
They were just moments away from greatness. Oh, just moments away from all of those things. Time that they wanted. Well, it was all just moments away.
Hi.
Place, mind's focused on only one thing, praying that those eyes are watching. Oh, hindsight's a powerful thing.